Save. Why is there no sound coming through? Okay. I don't care about output. Input, input, input. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you work. Right. Jabari. 1, 2. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, why? Why is it not working? I can't be bothered. Right, right. Okay. I can still hear myself through this though. That doesn't make sense. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all that. There you go. I actually thought people could hear me, but OBS is a pile of shit, and I don't know if I'm going to continue using it. Alright, let's get the video on, and let's get started. Yeah, tell me how you are in the chat. Let's just wait for people to tell me how you are, tell me what's going on. She doesn't seem like anything likes to work. But funny enough, like, let me tell you how YouTube works. You tend to test things before you do things, right? And I always test it 15 minutes before, or like half an hour before in this case. And I literally sat down, looked at all the settings, they were fine. Even restarted the computer to make sure all the downloads are cool. And, you know, got the lighting and everything. And then it fucks up as soon as I press record. It's just like, I think there is something wrong with OBS and my computer TM, but oh well. How is everyone? It's echoing. Well, actually, I can't really do much about that because I've turned off all the monitors and I can't control the sound, so it might be something to do with YouTube. Because I've watched it back and there's not really much I can do. Is it echoing for anyone else? Because otherwise I'll just jump off stream if it did it last time, and if that's the case, then it's just not working on my computer apparently. So I'll just jump off stream. Yeah, it's great, but what about sound? If the sound's not working, then I will just stop the stream and we'll have to cancel it. Because, like, there is, on my end, there's, like, nothing wrong, but, and I've got I'll change the input mic, no? There's obviously something wrong with the stream, and it's not on my end. Oh, boo. Yeah, sounds like something's broken, by the sounds of it. I'll turn everything off. Try it one more time. Please give me feedback, because otherwise I can't help. Hello? Hi? No, it's not fine if it echoes. But it's just the fact that, yeah, I've had this issue. Whatever I did fix the echo. I didn't do anything. That's the thing. It's not. Why is there no sound coming through? And now it's echoing on my phone. Yeah, I've not touched anything. So, oh well. We'll just have to hope that YouTube doesn't fuck it up again, because I didn't press anything. All of a sudden it's gone. So, oh well. Fuck it. Tell me how you lot are in the chat. Give me like rates out of 10. How you feeling? How you doing? Check in with the week. My week's been shit, but it doesn't matter because it's my birthday. I actually want to talk about actually a few things. Hi, how you doing? not great. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's not been a great week. But have you had a better week? Um. Have you had a better week than I have? Let me know what you like. I said, let me know what how your week's been. Keep having a check in emotionally and physically. January, it is Blue Monday, which has a song to do with that. I don't know what song sounds like, but it's Blue Monday. Um, so it tends to be a sad day, and then it's my birthday straight after, which is always fun. But yeah, yeah. But like this week has been quite hard, and like my birthday tends to bring in new challenges, which is always fun. We love that. There's always some form of something that happens on in the January, and it always happens like right before, just when I think I've made it. But yeah, what's Albert saying? I'm at 5 out of 10. Had a crip grief circle, which is good, but my hip hurts. Oh, babe, is it the cold or was it just hip stuff? Oh, bless you. But I'm glad you're like a 5. I'm like a good 3. I'm good. I'm a good 3. Like I'm good, but like one more thing needs to go wrong before I start smashing things, and I will smash something. Um, but yeah, it's just been a weird. It's not even been hard. It's just been weird. Like, oh, someone's saying solid 4 out of 10. Bigotry is exhausting, and so is being invalidated. Hope you're enjoying Aquarius season. Aquarius season starts tomorrow. Capricorn season is. We've still got like a few hours left. Like, yeah. Hello, sweetheart. Not really. I'm just trying to function. Just took that it's being a long show, so a little better. Yeah, I think it's just everyone is trying to manifest, process what's going on, and it's just been like, it's been a really shitty one. It's a really shitty one. But yeah, right. Checked in. We're like medium. I feel like the chat is a good medium. The chat's a good medium, and like I can deal with that. I can deal with like, and I'm gonna bring you down. You came to the wrong place if you thought this was gonna be a happy birthday ting. Would maybe do like the happy birthday stuff later, but yeah, right now, let's go. I want to talk about. So I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna put it in the chat like I do, as all my virtual shows. So let's start off proper, right? Let's do an image description. So I'm a black woman with messy twists and a headset in a white jumper and a black top. And behind me is my bed headrest. And some pictures are above me. So we're going to be talking about a couple of things today. And I want to just chat. Like, this is not formal chat. This is like a chit chat type thing. I want to talk about social media and people's relationship with it, and I'll be quite of a quick conversation. But it's something that I've been thinking about for years, and like it's funny how conversations loop, but also like things come to a head depending on the context, right? I also want to talk about David Lynch because uh, I don't think many people know this, but I started taking video seriously because of that man, and because I started watching Mindhunter. I want to talk about the reason why I started thinking about video and just thinking about art in more seriously. And he wasn't the person that kind of was the catalyst for me, but he was one of them. I also want to talk about just creativity and sort of where I see me in the next year. Hope I can make it to 28. God willing, touch wood. And then we'll just break, chit chat, play games, all that kind of stuff. Like that's the plan, right? But I want to get this off my chest because I don't know. Like I think sometimes I feel like I'm talking not to myself, but like I feel like I'm talking to people, but I want to talk to artists and creators and people who understand art. And I hope anyway, that this channel is indicative of like this is where we value art, and I hope everything I do like shows you that I'm not trying to be an influencer or like things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I think there's value in art, and I really want to talk about it. So yeah, does that sound good to everybody? I'm gonna keep chatting anyway. But yeah, I could see some like reactions that were good. Um, all right, so let's talk about social media and TikTok quickly, because oh boy, oh the propaganda, hasn't it been fun? If you missed the last stream, we talked about TikTok and we talked about sort of like the lack of concern with how much control people have over websites, like online platforms and things like that. And it was a really like harrowing conversation because I didn't realize how quickly it would become relevant. Like I didn't realize how quickly it would become like hot topic. I thought I was just chatting for the sake of chatting. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't realize that like I was pressing the hot button type thing. Um, but if you didn't know, TikTok sort of really got banned and it got unbanned, but it could be banned if it doesn't get sold to Meta, which by the sounds of it is going to be sold to Meta, considering Instagram's new format has gone to 16:9, and which is the long square, and a lot of American people, and you can correct me in the chat if you're American, were saying that they were told to log in with Facebook. So there is a chance that Mark Zuckerberg, Cambridge Analytica of fame, and you know that evil Zionist man, may be buying TikTok. It's not 100% sure on that. That's not confirmed, but And it is interesting as someone who is friends with sex workers and someone who is aware of the culture around what is it? I know that Americans like to abbreviate things, but it's like Fiesta, Fiesta. Well, I'll find it. Someone put it in the chat what it's actually called. But with a lot of legislation, let's just say that around sex workers and sex worker spaces, it is interesting seeing people panic. And I'm not doing this as like a I told you so, that sort of angle. Yeah, it's looking like it is funny how like there's a lot of parallels between it. But I think what is sad is just how I think what's sad about this whole TikTok space is the lack of panic, the lack of concern. Because, like we said in the last video, they banned Pornhub in 16 states. Now, you can have your feelings about Pornhub, you can have your feelings about how they treat their workers. That is absolutely fair. A lot of the way people talk about sex work, like you're probably wrong, but like a lot of the rhetorics around it are tend to be like Christian right wing propaganda. But to ban a website because that website said we don't kind of want to give you our customers' data, banned. That's nuts. And the fact that the government wants control of website data and customer data, that's something, right? And it's really sat with me because it's made me realize, like, it's not just like, oh, the sex workers were right and things like that. It's more of like the consequences of that. Like, around that time, I saw a lot of my sex worker friends disappear. Do you know what I mean? There's one person I'll never forget, and I literally, if they came back, I would be so grateful. Like, I just lost contact. Just lost contact. I had no contact with them whatsoever. Because these are people's connections. And these are people who, you build with, and people always talk about community. A lot of sex workers, like, tend to be the ones at the forefront. And I think this weekend was just like, it really hit home that a lot of people have not been tapped in to what sex workers are saying, and they are not tapped in to what they have been said, that this is sort of ushering a rise of fascism. A little bit of a tangent, but I do find it quite funny because I've noticed that in media, there is this sort of push to have this sort of puritanical version of sexy. And it's really funny because I'm like, bro, if you're gonna be a whore, be a whore. Like, don't give me this like whore light. Like, I'm noticing it in films and stuff. Like, people are like, and there's one thing about being like sex averse. That's like a whole different conversation. But like, it's people who are trying to sell sex, but do it in like with fascism undertones. And it's like, but I do, for me, I build the connection between that. Thank you for it in the chat. Is that the SESTA, the foster, whatever, that's right, whatever, however you say it. Like, when that legislation came in, I can make that connection because it's almost like they're trying to adhere to that. Like, we can't be too sexy, right? We can't be too whorish. But it's like, I also feel like, and this is me and my little tinfoil hat theory, again, correct me if I'm wrong, that a lot of people who would usually be the ones to chastise either sex workers or people who are within the sex economy. Let's just say that, because I don't think it is just sex workers. It's, whores light, like whores unite sort of thing. The ones that would usually be called whores, it's like, or doing name calling, sorry, they're the ones that are now trying to like fill that space, if that makes any sense. Like, a lot of the ones, like, okay, let's give an example. Like, a lot of people who were maybe trying to chastise like the Megan Thee Stallion style of rap or whatever, or like the, again, like sexy rap and all that, being like, oh, we don't like that sort of rap, yuck, whatever. It's in that those same people are now they're joining OnlyFans, and they're doing this and that, and it's like you're trying to essentially just push them out so you can take what they've got. It's like a form of colonization. Tangent, let's bring it back. But yeah, and I think I'm just seeing how things are changing creatively. I'm seeing how things are changing just in like community wise, but just I think seeing people panic. And I'm like, if you haven't been listening for the past like 5 or 6 years, and these are people, mind you, I'm not gonna say any name because I bet you about 50% of people here follow them. Seeing people panic, and they were putting up posts on Instagram, I'm like, I feel like we can figure this out. Because, like, I don't know. I'm hopeful, but I'm also a bit like, we need to get our shit together, Yeah, we need to get our shit together. Like, yeah, I think it is. Digital gentrification. Don't make me talk about Red Note. Don't make me talk about Red Note. Because I'm gonna I'll start getting rude. But yeah, I think it's digital gentrification. I think it's digital colonization. And I think we need to. I'm joking, but I do think we need to be responsible, because when you take over these spaces, like with OnlyFans, for example, that's a perfect example, because OnlyFans originally was such an opportunity for people, not for everyone, because it still was like based on algorithmic, had algorithmic things, but a lot of people found opportunity, like with TikTok, and then big celebrities said, hey, well, maybe I can go on there. I can't remember which celebrity it was. I think it was like a Disney kid, and people were pissed off at her, not for the fact that she wanted to take advantage of the sex worker economy, because that's kind of a bunch of people, but it was more for the fact that then it drew attention to it. And then that's when certain legislation could be pushed through, because it's like, this Disney kid, she's being okay, we need legislation to make sure we protect the children. It's an opportunity. And that's why I say, like, within these online spaces, we have to be so responsible. You have to be so responsible when it comes to creating, because otherwise you could put people out. And I will touch on Red Note rules a little bit quickly, which is the correct translation, because it was fun to see people, stick it to the government and find new spaces, but when you think about it too hard, a lot of people were going to a different app to make money, and they're making money and essentially pushing out essentially Chinese people and people who are already on the app. And I understand it. It's not a black and white conversation, but it's a little bit sick. It's just a little bit gross. to see people go, ooh, new app. I'm gonna go over there. Especially people, yeah, like going to a different app and being like, I'm gonna be over here now. I'm gonna be an influencer over here now. Okay, like what? And again, I understand the context of it. Like Meta is like evil TM, but like, bro. And I don't know. I think a lot of people need to be responsible of how they move online. That's for sure. I think that's a lot of people need to be responsible with how they move online. Um, I think a lot of people on all sides of the political spectrum and coin, or whatever you want to phrase it, I think they need to interrogate how they move online, because that's something I said last year. I made a video on it and it actually got quite a few dislikes, but it's because I called someone out specifically. Um, I made a video on it last year because I said I am no longer gonna fight with people on Twitter unless I feel like fighting, which is a lot of the time, but I'm not gonna fight with people on Twitter because I realize the sort of capital that generates from that. And uh hi Maro. I understand the sort of capital it generates from that, where it is like I'm gonna try and be the most heard, the most popular person. And it's like, no shade to anyone, it's actually kind of easy to do to be popular. It's hard to sort of maintain a brand or whatever, but it's quite easy to be popular, especially like, you know, if you play your cards right, you know, do the things you do. Yeah. Um, it's very easy to be popular, and I think what I realized is that there was a certain sort of, I want to say responsibility, but ain't that deep. But there was a certain sort of, there is a certain sort of like space that I didn't want to operate in. You know, I didn't want to I don't want to have my tweets retweeted by certain people who I know are only using me for like a look at me, I'm marginalized. Look at me, I agree with the black sort of thing. That happens a lot online, and it's where every like these people that do that, they're just doing it for capital. They're not doing it for like the actual safety of people. And I didn't want to contribute to that anymore, so I just said, bro, I'm gonna chat about EastEnders. I'm gonna chat about my music and how I create, and I'm gonna chat about disability when I feel like it, but then that's it. Like, I'm done. I'm not gonna get involved in the arguments. And I realized that life was better. Like, I don't need to talk about, oh, like, do you think fascism is a thing? Yes. Don't, okay. Like, one thing I hate when people talk rhetorically. Like, just say the thing. That might be the neurodivergence in me kind of jumping out, but just say the thing. Don't do the whole, wow, don't you think isn't this racism? Yeah. What else do I need to, like, what else do I need to say? But I think a lot of people, they do that to generate a reaction and to generate that sort of, that feeling of scarcity and nervousness or whatever. And again, fine line. There is always sometimes times to be nervous and there's time to be scared and whatever. But then some people are capitalizing off it, and I'm not going to be a part of it. If that makes sense, you know, if that makes sense. And I saw that this weekend to kind of pivot a little bit. Is that when people were talking about David Lynch, right? I had to sort of log off, but not because I was sad. No, I was. Let me take it back. I was sad that day, and just trigger warning. I'm going to talk about death quite flippantly here, and COVID quite flippantly, a little bit deeper. So just trigger warnings for what I'm going to say next. That day was hard, because so many people died that day. And I hate January for that reason. It's why I'm kind of doing the stream, just to kind of get me in the mood for a birthday. Because I was in a bad mood, right? And January is never a good month, because what tends to happen is because of like the pressures on the NHS, um, because of like Christmas sickness and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people tend to die, and it is just a thing that happens, and it sucks. I know, like, I started putting it together because I have a theory, like, because Bowie died around my birthday. I remember because there was a girl I had a huge crush on, and she was like a huge Bowie fan, and I was a huge Bowie fan, and we were both like, eh. It was a thing. And then Snake Man died around my birthday, and James died around my birthday. So I always prepare myself to have someone that I like. I've never been a you know what fan, Wizardy fan. I don't care about that franchise, but just using it as an example. Anyway, yeah. So I always prepare for death in January. And this year, it was people in the soaps that died. And if you don't know me, I love a good soap. I love a good soap. I love soap characters, and I think I'm actually writing something that I need to finish once I get off the stream about the importance of soaps in society and their role in it. And two people died. One, we call her, like, I say we. People call her Nanny McQueen, but that is actually like not her name in real life. Like everyone just calls her Nana just for just calling her Nana. I think her name's Diane Langton, and yeah, she died. She was in Hollyoaks since 2007, and she's also in Only Fools and Horses. And she was just in Hollyoaks as well. So a part of me was just like, oh wow, like it, because in Hollyoaks it kind of was almost borderline perfect, because she, like, her last line was, I'm gonna go off to Spain and be fabulous and blah blah blah, and that was just like, it sounds horrible, it was like, it's kind of the perfect way to go. Like, it was just so Nana, right? But then someone else died, not even like the day after. It was someone called Paul Denan, and I don't know this man at all. So like, but he was also in Hollyoaks, and he was someone my mum recognised, and she was like, she was kind of shocked when she heard he died, and it was like, it was hard. And then David Lynch died. I like closed my phone, went away. I was like, Nana McQueen, that was enough for me. Opened my phone, David Lynch died. I was like, for fuck's sake. And that was, again, it was a lot. It was a fucking lot. I want to talk about David Lynch quickly, because I have many opinions about him. I think David Lynch kind of suffered from celebrity, and it was interesting to see that in his last few years. And I don't mean to say like he was in bed like writing tweets like, oh no, it's so sad to be famous. Nah. What I recognize with David Lynch is, I think people, like, he operated as an artist but as a celebrity at the same time. And not to say he didn't play into that, because, you know, white men, but that also hindered a lot of his process. Like, he couldn't get funding for things, or he couldn't continue with ideas, he couldn't practice directing. And the unfortunate thing, because with celebrity you are essentially an agent of the state, so are basically like, you have to work within these parameters, and then outside of that, yeah, it's like it hindered his creativity. And I see that celebrity is it is such the antithesis of what an artist is. And I think I saw that with David Lynch, because I'm like, your artistry fucking amazing, fam. And but the way people are talking about you, they're not talking about the art, they're talking about just the idea of the person. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what I find really sad, is that they're talking about like the idea of David Lynch, not David Lynch himself. And I think, and to be honest, like, again, he played into it. Like, you know, why are you signing letters for people like that are terrible? Why are you doing this and whatever? But I did get sad, because, like, bro, like, the fact that he died not being able to create. Like, that's sad, and the context of society and the way that they treat creators, it's just sad. Hold on, let's pause here. Oh, bless you. It's RIP to your brother, man. Like, yeah, this January is just not a good month for anyone. And then my birthday happens, and then it goes back to being bad. But it's not a good month, man. I'm very sorry. But yeah, to go back to sort of creativity, like the the way that people are hindered with their the way people are hindered with their creativity due to celebrity, it's why I'm very conscious of the way I create. And like, I think David Lynch kind of hit home because, you know, I studied this man. I got into, I have some, you know, those like nefarious white YouTubers who always have like 7-hour videos of just like, let's break down this scene. Let's break down like how the camera operates, blah blah blah. I literally sat down and watched all those videos about David Lynch, because I just wanted to know how, like, especially Mindhunter, because they do things with like long shots and angles and stuff, and I just started playing around. And I, you know, I think that's why it hit home, because it was like, bro, I was really just watching you a second ago, and now he's dead, and yeah, there are so many artists that suffer from that. Luther Vandross is, I'm very scared to watch the documentary of Luther Vandross for that reason. Because let's add a blackness into it. Let's add blackness into how you're stifled with being a creative because you're forced to play agents of the state and you're forced to work within parameters. It sucks, man. It sucks. And yeah, I think what I then wanted to sit with, like, after that day, which was horrible, and then I found out someone in my family had passed the next day, and it was just like, ooh, mood. I, and this is gonna get a bit dark, and I apologize in advance. I did want to think about how I want to be remembered, right? And I joke about this with friends, like, I promise I am not going to become like the, oh, what is my legacy going to be? What is my, you know, what will my children's children think? Like the scribbling line is going to end with us, and we're going to have like scribbling cats. That's it, right? Like, very rare that any of us are going to have kids, but like, I'm not talking about legacy, but I think it made me think about how I wanted to be remembered, because the way that David Lynch was remembered, like, it's almost like he was just a figure, you know, he was a figure for people to use as a told you so, this is why you need to be COVID safe, and or vice versa, it's used as a, oh, this guy created Twin Peaks, he's like the, you know, one of the best creators in history, and they kind of wax lyrical about, like, you know, white men and media and blah blah blah. And it's not, this is not like humanism to be like everyone's just human, but it's more to think kind of the opposite of that. It's to think about like how we truly don't remember sort of the moments and the peaks and pitfalls and all that about a person. It just tends to be moments remember and that we usually eulogize, like, is almost to fit our own narrative, not just to fit the life that they lived. And especially as someone who essentially was a disabled man in his passing, the way that his death is going to be used in a way that I'm not saying don't say be COVID safe because this man couldn't produce. I'm saying that I think that a lot of people are just saying it and not doing it. A lot of people are just saying the thing because they want their moment. Kind of what I was harping back to earlier, saying that I think a lot of people just want capital from this moment. When someone dies, they just want capital. They just want to be memorized with them and adjacent with them. They don't necessarily want to change. Like, I can guarantee you there are going to be YouTubers who are going to be like, yes, this man, David Lynch, he created this. RIP to my guy. This is how I relate to it. Cool. Right. He literally said to you, fam, I cannot create. And I'm looking at other people who are creating in the house. But are they going to mention that? And are their behaviors going to change so that they prevent other people from dying? Probably not, because they're going to probably end up doing the same thing. And I think that is what is sticking with me, is that, like, how do I want to be remembered? Because I've literally created a whole channel and sort of made it, like, I don't know if I've said this out loud properly, but my next project is literally just like, okay, if I die, these are the songs I need to play. You know, like, Scapegoats, yes, it is about fascism and the rise of fascism and how, like, despair I felt in that moment. But it was also kind of like, I need to get this out. Otherwise people aren't going to remember me, you know? And, like, that is sort of like a really freaky thing to have to sort of deal with emotionally. But I think that the deaths, like, again, having a whole week of death, it kind of just brings you to that point. But yeah, I don't know. And I think when it comes to making art and getting older, especially because I'm 27, and it's not that I don't want to be 27, it's just like the amount of funding that just disappears when you get older is fucking nuts. And you're like, oh, everyone expects me to be an adult now. Yeah, it just sucks. But I might talk about it a bit more. But let's pause. Let's pause. Have I bummed you out yet? Have I bummed everybody out? Does anyone need a break? Because I've been here for like 25, 30 minutes. How are we feeling in the chat? Give me a thumbs up or a heart or whatever. Otherwise, I will keep going and I'll keep talking to myself. No? Okay. I guess I'll keep going. So, yeah, when it comes to Scapegoats and when it comes to like the music that I've been making, I think a lot of it has been about trying to be remembered, or not even be remembered. It's like I don't want my words to be twisted when I die. That is my main thing. I don't want my words to be twisted. I don't want my life to be misremembered or kind of used as fodder. So it is something that I've kind of been aware of, and like that's why a lot of my songs are quite blunt. But similarly, I'm kind of taking it as a good moment, or a moment to sort of celebrate myself, because one, getting older is a cool thing. Like, hello, in this hellscape, the fact that I'm alive, congratulations to me. But also, it has made me think about, the beauty of all of this, like sort of like the silver linings and the things that we don't really kind of talk about. It's the things like, hey, I get to, because I don't have to deal with celebrity. I don't have to deal with being I don't have to deal with kind of fitting into the hegemony of life. So the beauty of that is, well, I get to do what the fuck I want. If the next 365 days, if they end up being like the last 365 days that I live, right? The beauty of that is that I get to live it mostly, because, you can't fully escape capitalism, but I get to live my creative life within my own framework, I get to create what I want to create. If it's shit, it's shit. You know, if it's great, it's great. Who cares? You know, who actually gives a rat's ass? I get to do what I want to do. That's a really nice feeling. If no one watches it, no one watches it. Okay, like I created a flop. I don't have anyone. I don't have like a gun to my head, or I don't have any debt because of that. I created a shit single, and that's okay. You know. I think that is something that I really sit with when it comes to creating, and so I think of it as a blessing, and I think the reason why I started with TikTok, I ended up in this kind of really deep dark place, which let me tell you, I can bum out a conversation very quickly. Is I think about creators and workers and things like that, and everyone in between, and the importance of like the digital space, because if it wasn't for the digital space, I like again, how would I be making music right now? You know, how would I be making music? How would I be um, learning different techniques? How would I be screaming at OBS? You know, the first 20 minutes. How would I be like? Do you know what I mean? Like that is beautiful. So I think the digital space needs to be so protected and curated. And I think a lot of people could do without not even just gentrifying colonizing spaces, because you don't know sort of digital structures that are there, you know. And it's why I'll always pertain to you won't be catching me outside pretty much ever, because I think there is a beauty of hanging out with people online and talking to people across the world and talking to people who I may never meet, but I am able to share knowledge with. I'm able to share again my art with. I'm able to share my thoughts with. Like that is such a beautiful thing, and it's why I just refuse to sort of do a. I want to make a concert light. I want to make a masked concert that has food and drink or whatever. I want to make no fuck off. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, right? So yeah, I think it's kind of come a full circle. Like I do wanna I want us to protect the digital space, but I want us to see value in it. And I want us to see value in the digital space and the people in it and the people who seek to be a part of it. I don't think many, like when people were talking about TikTok and its a potential ban, there was a lot of like rhetoric of like, well, you know what, maybe we should get rid of TikTok because it's unhealthy and the attention spans, which I'm going to get to that in a second. Or it's, I understand that all spaces are problematic. Um, a lot of places are problematic and they're not perfect and they could be better. I absolutely understand that. Especially TikTok, I don't really use it. I just kind of repurpose things on there, and it's very rarely that people look at me because nigga, like, okay, right? But to say that there's no value in it, like you don't have to partake in it, but to say that there's no value in it and that people aren't like fundraising there and people aren't trying to get work there and people aren't trying to create there and find things out is just such a lie. Um, yeah, and it's annoying. It's suffocating. But I think that again, once we see value in the things, even the things that we don't like, then we can sort of fight for them. And look, these like billionaires, whatever, we are in the throes of fascism. But what goes up must come down. So like, just watch it die. You know. Um. Yeah. So that's all I got. I hope I've bummed people have left, so I've bummed people out. Is what's kind of happened here. But so there are two options. I could stay here for a little bit, and we can have a break, and then we can play a quick game because I want to try something out. And if not, we can go and I will start the birthday celebrations because I'm gonna blow up balloons for myself, and then I'm gonna wake up in the morning and just wake up to my own birthday breakfast and stuff, which I should order food in if I'm gonna do that, like, because I have an empty fridge. But yeah. So it's up to you. Let me know in the chat if you want to play a game. If not, then I am out of here. Um, yeah, I just wanted to pop in quickly and say hello because I like these streams. I like talking, but I think I stopped vlogging in the usual sense because I realised that it was taking a toll on my body, so I just wanted to chill, really. Oh, your profile picture changed. You wanna play? Want to play? Alright. Um Alright, let's have a quick break and then we'll play. I'll get Jackbox games open and we can play a game. It'll be quick because I am ending the stream at latest 10:15, but 10 o'clock. And yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's take a break. Oh. Alright. Oops. There you go. Ha! I'm back. Let me just wait. Because everything is working so slow today. Are you back? Are you back? Are you here? Where are you? Let me know if you're here in the chat, because I'm just trying to set up a game. It's just been so slow. My goodness. Hey friend. I went onto Twitter. When I tell you, I logged right back out. Right back out. Because what is going on? What is actually going on? Oh, and to answer our question earlier, so a lot of people are like umming and ahhing, like saying, is it gonna be Musk or is it gonna be Mark? There you go, Mark or Musk. Which one is gonna buy TikTok? And I am actually leaning towards Meta, just because Meta seem to be putting their good foot forward. And yeah, it's getting very peculiar, but it could be Musk for all I know. Like, he could, like, the guy that runs TikTok could actually be, excuse me, there you go. He could actually just be messing around with Mark just to send it to Musk later. I don't know. Fam, I woke up to that tweet. I woke up to that tweet. Like, did you see the infographic? And it was like, are you kidding me? Hold on, sorry, it's uninstalled itself. Oh, we might have to play a different game. Um, we might have to play a different game, because the last time this happened, what is going on? But yeah, no, I saw that tweet and I did crack up about the Kemi, being born in the year of the monkey. Like, are you fucking kidding? Oh my god. It's alright. My whole bloody thing isn't loading. So we might just need to do a quick. Might need to do like a quick. I don't know. I don't know what game we can play. Maybe you suggest a game, because my computer said no. to be quite blunt, my computer did just say no for no reason. But it's okay. We can just chat. We can just chit chat. It's only the three of us here. It is literally three of us here. But yeah, and she was born in the year of the sheep. Pause. What? She was born. That's so funny. Oh my god, thank you, friend. Thank you for making it. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, no, funny enough, this game was supposed to be online, but it undownloaded itself. Because it's granted, like, Jackbox games takes up so much space on your computer, and what I did is I put it on a hard drive, basically, but because Apple are being really peculiar about hard drives and things like that, um, I'm not sure if I can play it. So let me try and open it, actually. Yeah, it fucked up. Alright, I'll guess I'll leave you alone. Like a browser-based one. Yeah, sure. If I can find one. Or if you can find one. I'm good either way. I'm good either way. But we could just sit and chit chat. It's all good. I'm really gonna. Don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I've literally got nothing planned for my birthday apart from just getting cakes. I'm gonna order some birthday cakes in the morning. Um, so yeah, I'm very fucking excited. Very fucking excited. Do you wanna play like Geo Guess Song or something? I'm terrible at it, so I'd have to share my screen as well. Alright, let's see if my computer does not combust. Or I could do like a 20 questions thing. It's up to you. 20 questions, you know. Actually, that'd be kind of funny. Because, yeah, actually, you know what? Fuck what I was going to plan on doing. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Right. Random question generator. Right. Let's go here. And ask me random questions. Because I don't want to talk about what's going on today. Yeah, let's ask. I don't know. So obviously, it's not going to be fast. I don't want it to be like a fast-paced game. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because obviously, everyone's um, reactions are a bit different. So what if we just do some like Anisha answer some questions for a birthday, and then I go off and watch my EastEnders. Right, let's have a look. And one of these days, I really want to do like an EastEnders stream, like before the 40th anniversary, but I don't know enough people to be doing that. Right. Okay, so let me post a link into the chat. That's what I've done. So I've done like a question thing, and I guess what I'll do is, or if you can think of a question for me to answer, ask me questions, and then we can call it a day. Um, ask me questions, and we can call it a day. And they can be silly questions. There's no bars held. I mean, just know that I am on YouTube, so you're trying to find an EastEnders stream. Have you tried Dailymotion? Because Dailymotion, what people will tend to do is they will upload. So you've got a Google or search EastEnders, the date that you want to search, and then the year. So the year is important. But you can tell. Before I got my Fire Stick, I basically would just stream on Dailymotion allegedly. So yeah, I would definitely try Dailymotion. If not, try. Funny enough, the Internet Archive, like they've got quite a few like random episodes if you want to watch them. And yeah, oh, what about this game? Oh yeah, babe, you missed it. We're playing like 20 questions. We're playing 20 questions. You just got to ask me. You just got to ask me questions, or ask me a random question, an embarrassing question. Use a different link, but not care. Ask me a question about anything, and then we'll call it a day because it's getting late, and I don't want to be up ages looking for a game for us to then be very sleepy. So, um, yeah, just ask me a question. But yeah, but at EastEnders, yeah, definitely Dailymotion. Um, yeah. Try Dailymotion. If not, huh? What should everyone go to college? What should the question should everyone go to college? I was like, no, I'm 27. Like, what do you mean? Oh, we're off to a great start. I completely misunderstood the question. I was like, no. Uh, yeah, I get no. I don't. To be honest, don't get me started on the school system and how I think it's shite. And I think most people shouldn't go to college. But that's beside the point. That's a quick question. Quick fire. Um, what was the song you sing in the shower and shower slash or in bath? Whatever I've just listened to. What was I singing the other day? Oh, I can't remember now. It was something very ridiculous. Um, I was singing Hall and Oates. But I don't know any Hall and Oates songs. I was just like, she's a rich girl, and that's all I was singing. So I was just singing that on loop. So yeah, that's my go to song. I swear to God. What was your first crush story? Oh, that's a funny one. Um, so I'm a romantic. So I realized at 16, 17 that I get crushes, don't get me wrong, but I don't really like people like that. Like, if I get crushes, I can actually get over it pretty easily. Um, so I, yeah, but I will say also that I don't know if anyone had like the very intense queer relationship in school, but I had that. And no, I don't think my middle school best friend, was a crush. But I think my first ever crush was probably on this girl called Emily, and she was like, blue haired lesbian. Um, yeah, yeah. What's a squish? Uh, I don't know what squish is. But yeah, so that was intense. But that was just because I was like, oh my god, I'm in love, I'm gay, and then she became really weird because white woman. But it is what it is. That was I guess my first crush story, and she broke my heart and all that kind of stuff. But she's become very boring now, so I guess I've won. Kemi, how do you say her last name? Badenoch or Kentanija Brown, who's winning in a fight? Who the fuck is the second person? um, I'm gonna have to Google who that is. Kent, do you mean Chris Brown? Friend, I need help. Who is that? Kenta. Oh, hello. Kenta G. Brown Jackson. Who is that? An American lawyer. Oh, this lady. Oh, I've never known her name. I would say Kemi just because Kemi's more of a bullshitter. This lady seems like this Kentanji? Yeah, this Kentanji lady seems like she would actually try and make an argument, even though it's some bullshit. But Kemi, I've never known someone just lie so much and speak in circles in my whole life, and I feel like she would win, but just because this Kentanji lady would probably just give up. So that's my final answer. Locking that in. Um, Favorite color palette for wearing art and decorating. Sorry, there's a police siren going past. Um, I'm leaning towards red, just because I suit red, and I think red is fun. But also, funny enough, it's not my favorite color at all. But I think I just work a lot with red. So yeah, sure. What surprised you about streaming? Without sounding too big-headed, how easy it was. Like, bar the OBS issues, which have been bullshit. Streaming's been quite fun. So yeah. Uh, oh, Squish is a romantic infatuation. Wow, word. Yes. I do have a lot of infatuations with people. That's a word. Um, yeah, I definitely had a a romantic infatuation with people, quite a few people actually, but they end very quickly because I think once they start talking to me, I'm like, ooh, actually, I don't like you. Go away. So yeah, it's why I try not to get close to not too many people. It's a bit personal, whatever. I try not to get close to too many people because I get people bore me quite quickly, and it's not to talk to as people as like things and stuff, but I get very aggravated with people quite easily. So a part of me is just like, even if I do like you, I sometimes need a bit of space just to develop those feelings. Otherwise, I'm like, I can't do the whole. I want him to send me a good morning text every day because I swear I'll block your number. But yeah, is what it is. Those are fun questions. Any more for any more? Any more for any more? Like, I will do fighting questions if people would like me to. I love a good fighting question. Like, I love a good who can beat up who kind of question. So give me more, to quote Miss Britney Spears. Do 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 do. Let me answer some. Let me look at some questions. What's the longest I've gone without bathing? Let me. What's all the disabled people here? Hello. Okay. If you could switch lives with anyone for a day. Hmm. Hmm. Let me think. If I could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be? I don't know. Probably someone that was also COVID safe, so I don't like give them COVID. But I don't know. Everyone of Rihanna's babies, like not in a weird way, but I like to go to the Caribbean. Maybe Rihanna. I don't know. Just so I can go to the Caribbean because I really want to go home. I really want to go to the Caribbean. I want to go to Barbados, but I just like want to see because like have you seen that video of Rihanna eat that? Was it the melon and she dips in the water? Like I've never understood people's like infatuation with that because that's where fish poop. Like why do I dip my no? So I want to see what the fuss is about. Maybe I just kind of want to see. Yeah, I think maybe like someone in that camp. I just want to see what the fuss is about. I really don't know. Like we have to deal with ASAP. But see, that's the thing. That man might be going to jail. So we might be lucky. We might be okay. Um, I'm taking myself out. I should have found myself this funny. Um, yeah. No, I'm not going to say what I was about to say because I swear to God, the name came for me last time. I'm not doing that again. But yeah, I don't know. Someone from Barbados, so I can go home. Maybe that. Like, just I want to go to Barbados. So whoever's from Barbados, I'll be you for a day, so I can just be at home for a little bit. Um, but I don't want to stay in Barbados. Like, no shade to Barbados, but I could not deal with the heat. So yeah. Um. Oh, there's a tweet I made a couple of months ago. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I think I just said something about Rihanna. It was very mundane. Like it wasn't anything like rude or whatever. And someone made like an ableist tweet, like quote tweeted it was ableist and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send ASAP for you or something like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna send like ASAP is gonna be unhappy with you." And I was like, "Fam, ASAP is like 5'6". I can just get my cane and just whatever, and apparently that set people off. That was, but I'm telling you, that tweet should have gone in the Tweet Hall of Fame. But that's what I mean when I said I'm not fighting with people on Twitter anymore because yeah, that was funny. Um, what is your ideal order at a bakery or a cafe? I'm not really. I do love a bakery. Hmm, probably some form of croissant. Like a chocolate croissant. And I always get hot chocolate. Like I'm willing to try other types of hot chocolate. Apparently, I've been told to try white hot chocolate, but that just seems a bit evil for me. Um, but yeah, I'll probably like a hot chocolate, a brownie, a croissant. So like just chocolate upon chocolate, a bit of carbohydrates and chocolate. Um, yeah, that's definitely what I'd order at a cafe. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Oh, do you know what? I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, just give me a superpower where I can sleep and like feel regenerated. Let's start there. But honestly, most likely something to do with teleportation because like I wouldn't want super strength or anything. I wouldn't want anything that could harm people purely because one, I've watched The Boys and no, but also because like that just seems like such an inconvenience. Like yeah, I'm super strength, but like, what if I don't know, I'm in a car and because I'm quite heavy footed anyway, and if I just put the pedal on the gas and I crash or whatever, well, that's nuts. And then the speed one, I mean, watch episode 1 of The Boys. Hello, um, What else? Lightning? Don't know what I'd use that for. Fire? Don't know what I'd use that for. Laser? I guess I could steal money. Um, Magic and sorcery. Yeah, true, but then I have to learn it. That's the thing. I was like having to learn magic and sorcery. That's a bit long. Like I didn't go to school for that. And if it kind of came to me naturally, then maybe. But then even then, knowing me, it's like like it's a bad example, but like in Wizards of Waverly Place, like anytime Alec would ask for something, there was always like a caveat. Like I don't want to have to learn the layers of the law when it comes to magic. I just kind of want it to like happen. But I guess I'm wishing for things. I guess that's the thing. But yeah, probably teleportation because I can just go places. Like even if it was like, oh, I want to steal some money from somewhere, I could just like look and then dip, and then like no one can prove it was me because like I'm the only one that can teleport. Yeah, probably that, or maybe like to be stretchy, like the lady from The Incredibles, Mrs. Incredible, to be stretchy. Like that'd be fun. I'm gonna turn into a boat. Like I'm gonna turn into like a trampoline. Why not? Like something for the kids. Like we'll solve like the youth crisis or whatever. If I could just turn into a trampoline, the kids would jump on me. Like, yeah, those would be my superpowers. Um, so 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go. Cause yeah, say 10 more minutes, cause my computer is freezing and overheating, and it's not even charging. So yeah, let's call it a day. Let's do it like that. All right. Yeah. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. He's currently on. Yeah, that's a go. There you go. Mr. Fantastic. He's currently on Marvel Rivals. By the way, I'm on my phone because my computer has just frozen. So yay. Um, okay, Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is Marvel, isn't it? I just forgot about that. Oh, oh. Oh, I can't wait to get my Xbox. I need to get my power chair so I can run home and get my Xbox. So I'll play Marvel Rivals. What cakes are you getting for your birthday tomorrow? This is a fun question. I'm gonna get chocolate cake, brownie cake, and maybe an Oreo. I don't know if I should get a chocolate cake with brownies on it, or not brownies, or with Oreo on it, or if I should just get an Oreo cake. I don't know. But uh, so I'm gonna get one of the two, one or the other. And then I'm also gonna get a lemon cake and then a marble cake. So like different versions of chocolate cake and a lemon cake. And I'm also gonna get a milkshake. So, but I'm gonna eat it over the week because God forbid if I eat it all in one day, that would be yucky. So yeah, I'm gonna order that in the morning, and yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Um, who would win in a fight? Tom Hardy or James McAvoy? I think it would be James McAvoy, but purely because I think he would just hurt Tom Hardy's feelings. Like, I think Tom Hardy is like, if it was like a physical fight, maybe. Yeah, but James McAvoy actually has secret abs. Like, I understand what mum means when she says she likes James McAvoy because like I've not watched Split. Oh, actually, tangentially, I do want to watch what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan. I do want to watch his movies because I want to see what I might watch a Sixth Sense tonight. So I'll see what fuss is about. I've never watched like a M. Night Shyamalan. I've never watched an M. Night movie and like been aware of it. So yeah, but James McAvoy seems like a man who yeah, he seems like a man who could secretly beat you up. So yeah, and I don't know about you, but things are freezing, so this might have to be the end. Is it freezing on your end, or is it okay? Because it's kind of freezing on mine. If you could let me know in the chat, because if not, we can just end it. Oh boy. streaming is a bitch at times. Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. But yeah, that's it. That's my cake. That's the cake that I'm having. I'm also gonna get. I got some presents. So I want to see what the fuss is about there. I'm gonna get some presents in. Open my presents tomorrow and watch movies and eat takeaway. What the hell is mango cake? Ew. Sorry, but that felt disgusting. Okay, let me take that back. Um, what's the best cake you've ever had? Hmm. I think maybe I've had like marble. I've never had marble cake before, but I had a version of it where it was like proper chocolatey versus some like lemon, and that was really nice. Um, I just love cake, man. Like I'm not really that fussy when it comes to cake. But you know what? If someone gave me mango cake, I'd try it. I would try it, but I don't know. I don't know if that would be something that I would like go for. Just because mango, and you know what? Let's be honest. Like, let me be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of mango, but I think it's purely because I, and this is a me thing. I don't think there are many places in England in particular that do good mangoes. Because I've had good mangoes before that I've liked, but I like really, really sweet mangoes. And like sometimes I've eaten into a mango and it's like just okay. So that's me going on my mango run. Um, yeah. So yeah, I wonder what mango. Babe, what does mango cake taste like? Yeah, there you go. What is the texture of a mango cake? That's what I'm gonna rename the street. I'm gonna rename the stream. What is the texture of a mango cake? There you go. We found the name. Um, fuck a birthday stream. Let's have a discussion on mango cake. Let me Google it. Hold on. Mango cake recipe. You can get it in London. It's like regular cake, but cream tastes like vanilla and mango. Honestly, mangoes from the supermarket are dry as shit. See, I usually tend to get mango from the market, but the issue is that that's just long. It's long. Like if you take out the disability aspect of it, it's still long to sort of get there and back with all the shit that you've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, and especially to get on the bus, you're better off just going, um, get a taxi, and it gets expensive, and it's just long. And I'm like you said, the mangoes from the supermarket ain't that great. But yeah, not a big mango fan. Like I used to be, but I think if someone said, "Oh, here's the juiciest mango ever," I'd have it. Um, it's like regular cake, but the cream tastes like vanilla and mango. Oh, it's the cream. Oh, that makes a bit of sense. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze. No, no. Ah. Okay, I can that I can sort of deal with. Like, all right, all right, all right. So it's more like the top of the mango cake, right? Yeah. No. Oh, I will say, do you know the cake you used to get in school? Like that cake. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Right. All right, I might leave it here because it's been fun though. Been on for 2 hours, so I think I should. Oh shit! Yeah, I should eat dinner. Yeah, let's do that. Um, yeah, and things are freezing, and I just don't think that the quality is where it wants to be. But that being said, thank you for coming. I'm gonna do another stream like this on a Friday. Uh, I'm going to talk about the new single. I'm going to talk about the different things that I'm working on. I think there will be a video in between this live stream and the one at the end of January, which will be fun. I wonder what worldwide event will happen in between then. Who fucking knows? Uh, but yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. It's been really lovely to like talk to you all and get things off my chest and like catch up with everybody. Yeah, I need to rest and eat. And thank you. I will. That being said, Mara, I need to talk to you because I want to do a traitors watch party. So I need to set that up. But I'll message you later. But thank you very much, and I will see you lot in the next video. And yeah, just text me. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye.